Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Hayden again with another lesson for you. Readers grow like beanstalks. So you have our little guy here climbing that beanstalk up to the castle, and what's up there? Knowledge. That's right, a book. So, we are going to be doing this today. We decide how to read by figuring out what is happening in the story. Is it funny? Is it sad? And we read with our voice that kind of mimics how the character feels. We have to change our voice to suit the feelings of the character and the situation that they're in, what they're experiencing. So let's listen to how the reader changes her voice to match the feeling of this book and the characters. We're going to watch about the first 5 minutes and listen in.
Chrysanthemum by Kevin Henkes. The day she was born was the happiest day in her parents' lives. "She's perfect," said her mother. "Absolutely," said her father. And she was. She was absolutely perfect. "Her name must be everything she is," said her mother. "Her name must be absolutely perfect," said her father. And it was. Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum grew and grew and grew. And when she was old enough to appreciate it, Chrysanthemum loved her name. "I love my name." She loved the way it sounded when her mother woke her up. She loved the way it sounded when her father called her for dinner. And she loved the way it sounded when she whispered it to herself in the bathroom mirror. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum loved the way her name looked when it was written with ink on an envelope. She loved the way it looked when it was written with icing on her birthday cake. And she loved the way it looked when she wrote it herself with her fat orange crayon. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect. And then she started school. On the first day, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and her brightest smile. She ran all the way to school. "Hooray!" said Chrysanthemum. "School!" But when Mrs. Chud took roll call, everyone giggled upon hearing Chrysanthemum's name. "It's so long," said Joe. "It scarcely fits your name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "You're named after a flower." Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mrs. Chud that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. "That's exactly half as many letters as there are in the entire alphabet," Victoria explained. "Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chud. "Now put your head down." "If I had a name like yours, I'd change it," Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "I wish I could," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag. And I'm named after a flower." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "Your name is beautiful." "And precious, and priceless, and fascinating, and winsome," said her father. "It's everything you are," said her mother. "Absolutely perfect," said her father.
Now we're going to stop right there and head back to our lesson. So we listen to how the reader changes her voice to match the feeling of the book. So, what did you notice about the voice of the reader? How it changed in the beginning to when she got to school? Discuss with a friend near you or with your teacher. All right, hopefully you had a chance to talk with your teacher, with a friend, about how that voice changes from the beginning to when she gets to school and then when she gets home too. Reads with feeling based on what the character is experiencing, what's happening to them. Now, this next book is a little different. What kind of voice, first of all, do you think that I'm going to use for a book like this? Peanut Butter and Cupcake. That's right, it could be kind of silly. Look at those characters bouncing around there on the front cover. Think about the voice that I use and why I used it. And we'll discuss this. I may not read the whole story, but I have it right here. Remember, you're listening to the voice that I use to read this story. Is it funny? Is it sad? Based on what the character is going through. You may not be able to see it perfectly, but I'll try my best. Peanut Butter got a ball for his birthday. He was kind of bad at kicking with his feet, but he was kind of good at balancing it on his head. Still, it wasn't much fun playing with a ball all by himself. "Want to play with me?" he asked his mom. They had just moved to town, and Peanut Butter didn't have any friends yet. "I think you should go outside and find somebody to be your new friend," she answered. Peanut Butter liked that idea very much, so off he went. It wasn't long before he saw someone. "Hello, I'm new here, and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and hamburger." "I'm sorry," said Hamburger, "but I'm busy walking the dogs. Thanks for asking, though." "You're welcome," said Peanut Butter. "Maybe next time." And he kept on walking. No friends yet. Then he saw Cupcake playing by herself. He thought she looked sweet and might make a good friend. "Hello, I'm new here, and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and Cupcake." "I'm building a sprinkle castle," said Cupcake. You can stay and watch, but don't hit my castle with your ball or I'll be mad." Peanut Butter didn't want to make anyone mad. "That's okay," Peanut Butter said, and he kept walking away. Then he saw an egg rolling down the path. Hello, I'm new here. I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, and even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and egg. Peanut butter and egg, that's funny. You're cracking me up, said the egg. Egg laughed, and then he really did crack. Peanut butter didn't want the egg to laugh anymore, so he kept walking. No friends yet. Well, think about the voice that I used. And why did I use it? Discuss with your class or with a friend or teacher why I use the voices that I chose to use for this story. So hopefully you've had a chance to speak with some friends, your teacher, possibly mom and dad or sister or brother if you're at home. And we have a little assignment here at the very end. Okay. I want to practice with your own book, reading out loud, with a voice that models the feelings of the characters. What are they going through? Is it a sad situation? Is it a nervous type of feeling that they're experiencing? Your voice needs to match the feelings that they are having, and what's happening to them causes them to feel that way. So, what you can do while you're reading, or even after you're done, is create a T-chart in your reader's notebook, like the example here. This is a basic T-chart, and on one side, we can put this phrase. I read my book using a blank voice. Maybe a sad voice, a happy voice, a nervous voice. But there's a reason why you did that. I read this way because. What were the characters doing? What was happening around them that made you read in a specific voice? Right? That's your assignment for today. I tried this today with my students as I just read a book, Miss Nelson is Missing. And depending on what was happening with the characters and what they were doing, what they were saying, what was happening to them, that's how I read it. You have to be like an actor or an actress when you try to read. All right, so again, use a T-chart like this. I read my book using a blank voice, and you might have different voices that you decide to use. And on the other side, I read this way because. Tell us what's happening in the story. That'll be in your reader's notebook. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. All right? Everybody have a great day and take care. Stay healthy.